When we do a Prashna chart in Nadi astrology, in your method, it just the main period on the sub period, almost on all the occasions, picks up the events that are going through at that moment. At that, if we are talking right now, if we erect a Prashna chart, I am almost convinced that both the main planet and the subplanet periods would be signifying the houses related to our topics of conversation. I
Perfect. And that is how, Krishnan, we can say that astrology is a divine science.
Yes.
People talk so much of this, that whether the astrology is divine science or not. So two things we see when a serious question is asked. Normally a question is always serious. One is the relevant planets will come. So normally I show these charts. Suppose a lady is asking about surgery of the breast. She is a cancer. So
Moon would come.
the period, yeah, moon will come, Venus will come. If somebody is asking about theft or
Yeah.
dacoity or something bad, really bad, then the malefic planets come, Sach and Rahu, Ketu, things like that. If someone is asking about property, automatically the karakas of or the significator of the property, Mars or Saturn will come. If someone is asking about the childbirth, Jupiter will come. So something like that. See, that is one. Second is the combinations will also be the same, as you have rightly pointed out. That if someone is asking about the childbirth, so either 2511 will come or 1410 will come. Similarly, if you are asking about marriage, then yes or no means two type of combinations will come. Nothing else comes. So this
No,
is almost 100% correct. So this is, you are
but
rightly understood. Yeah.
and we cannot. I tried to manipulate it once through my wife. I said like, ask this question, and it just there was nothing in relevance. So
Yeah.
we
Yes.
cannot
That is it.
fool this system. We
So
cannot
if,
fool this.
yeah, we cannot fool the system. It is actually we are fooling ourselves.
Yes. So I started
And
after before 15 days or 20 days. I started to take bath, and I pray to Varahi, and I do japam for her, and Gayatri japam and Varahi. Without doing that, I'm not starting astrology. I'm trying to not to start the program at all. First, do that, and not to eat, like just eat once or twice a day if I'm doing astrology on that day, because these things have an impact on the chart and stuff like that, my lifestyle and thinking thought process and everything. If I cut down on food, I'm not having desires, so then I'm able to focus more. So
but if I don't eat, I have more desires to eat. It depends upon person to person. Anyway, but how are you enjoying Nadi astrology? Tell me this.
uh,
Are you
I don't
enjoying it?
I'm not I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it, but I have my respect for Nadi astrology, with the house combinations and the formulas. It just breaks the dogma that the astrologists have about, like, when a person comes up with Rahu and Venus combination. If a woman comes in, they would just say you have a bad character and you would
Yeah.
never have a good life, married life. Those kind of dogmas are breaking. It Nadi astrology, I believe, is pure. It's formula oriented and it's mathematically sound. If a person has some kind of basic knowledge about the planets and the house systems, with 10-20% of astrological influences, Western or Vedic, can learn Nadi astrology in about 6 months or 5 months in a perfect manner, so they can predict almost every event with God's grace.
But you did it in days. I'm happy.
Uh, I'm maybe 20 charts are just few samples. Maybe if I do some big things, I will make some mistakes,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that
I
is
can
there.
see.
That is there. Even I do mistakes at this time also, when I've been teaching Nadi astrology from 16 years, doing Nadi astrology from 19 years. Still, I do mistakes. Human errors will come, obviously, but they go on reducing day by day, and you grow with the experience also. So that happens with life,
But
in
for
life.
me, the toughest part is, or maybe it comes with practice, is to see the birth chart and predict the events coincided with the transits. Transits are not always as bread and butter uh, as far as I work. It's, I did it for two of my personal events. When I got the offer letters from a previous job, it matched, it worked, but it didn't work on my wedding.
No, wedding it won't work. It will work on the day or almost on that day when the marriage will be finalized. It is not on the day of marriage. There are certain things which are a process. Certain things is a uh, um, certain things is a process. Like marriage is a process. It doesn't happen in a day.
Oh,
You, if it's a love marriage, you meet with the girl, then you commit with her, then you commit in social life in front of parents and all. The parents also commit, then you get engaged, then you get married, right? So the day of commitment in the social life means with the parents and all in the society, that will be the real time when you see the transit, and the transit will be then the transients will be applied on that time, right? And when it is an accident, accident is not a process. You are standing on a red light and then there is a truck that rams your car, you know. So in such a case you will get the transit. Litigation is also not a process. Sometimes it is a process, sometimes it is not a process. Means if you are met with an accident, there is a litigation. Suppose there is a murder, there is a litigation. A theft is a litigation, right? But it is not a process. But in case if there is a embezzlement, a marital issue, then it is a process. So where there is not a process, you are able to pinpoint the uh, event by the transits. When there is a process, a long process of event is there, then at that time the transits may not apply.
yep.
Same is for health. You don't know when the health started deteriorating, when the disease actually started in your body. Nobody knows. It
No,
is how many years it started. Cancer, when it starts in the body, nobody knows.
sir, I did it. I did the combinations for a famous wrestler. Um, he's a
Famous?
WWF wrestler,
Okay.
WWE, WWF. I did it for Dwayne Johnson, and it came up. It came up pretty right. Like he has 1 6 10 in almost in all combinations, all planets. 1 6 10 repeats
Hmm.
like 7 or 10 times in his chart. So one is
Okay.
physical body, 6 is training,
Yes.
discipline, um, routine, job, and 10 is 6 is routine, training, and being disciplined, following some kind of discipline,
Yeah, it
and
is
10
self
is the
effort.
profession.
Yeah.
So
The
he
other
trains
thing
his
was
body.
also, does he have 7, 8, 12 also in his horoscope?
He doesn't have 7 8 12, but he has 3 11, 3
Mm,
10 3 11.
7, 8, 12 must be there, as to my understanding, because this is wrestling. So wrestling should have 7, 8, 12.
It's a
But
fake.
I that means the horoscope is not correct, is to my
Yep.
understanding. Yeah. One
But
six
he
ten is
has
1 6 10 is self effort. That is right. 1 6 is also self effort. That is right. 1 6 is routine work. That is also correct.
yeah.
But for wrestling, boxing, weightlifting, etc., 7, 8, 12 has to be somewhere
Yeah,
over there.
but his profession, if you say he's not a pure wrestler, he's an actor. He's a he's a physical specimen. He gets money based on the way he has the body. He goes and gives postings like pictures and stuff.
But he builds up.
I lost your video audio.